Hey there, everybody. Welcome into this Thursday edition of ESPN FC's Extra Time. We have your questions from Twitter. We have Stewart, Robson, Steve, Nicol, and Shaka Hislop here to answer them. First one for you, Robbo. Do you think Chelsea can win the Champions League with the squad they have?
They could, but I don't think they will. I think there's a couple of better sides. I think Frank Lampard's done a good job. They've got some good attacking players. They're getting better defensively. They're getting better all round. And I think Conte or Kante, whatever you want to call him, is still the key player for them as the holding midfield player. They can, but I don't think they will.
Stevie, I saw those eyebrows shoot up.
I'm absolutely 100% behind Robbo. They could, because they got talent enough to win it, but they're not my favourites. I think there's a couple of sides better than them. But put it this way, I don't think anybody wants to draw Chelsea in any of the next few rounds, wherever it may be.
Fair enough. Next question from Dan, the Orange Man. Why do Manchester City continually loan Angelino out? Even if he has shortcomings defensively, isn't he better and less injury-prone than Mendy? Robbo, every time Angelino has a good game, these questions pop up, don't they?
They do. When he was at Manchester City, he put in some good performances, but he struggles defensively. He's all right playing as a very good player when he's playing as a wing-back high up the field, but I'd still question his defensive qualities. Obviously, Guardiola didn't fancy him that much and has allowed him to go out on loan. Zinchenko has played at left back. They've had Ake playing at left back. I wouldn't say he's any worse than any of those players, but obviously at the moment he feels he's better off going out on loan.
Shaka, haven't gotten you involved yet, but the next one is just for you. Who is your best friend? Your best friend while playing at West Ham? Of course, Shaka, famous Hammer of the Year.
At West Ham, probably Steve Lomas, who lived about 4 or 5 houses away from me. So our families just got to know each other through that, and so we spent a lot of time together as the result. But unsurprisingly, I got on well with everybody. Sebastian?
Yeah, you did.
What about David James? Was he your mate, David James?
He didn't live that close to me, Stuart Robson.
I think that says it all.
There you go. Some relationships are about convenience. Stevie, is your worst nightmare waking up to find Liverpool playing Atletico Madrid in the first knockout round?
Ooh.
Absolutely not. I've completely forgotten about that. So, no.
No? What is your worst nightmare?
Not at all. No, my worst nightmare would be England winning the World Cup again. That would. There couldn't be too many things that get worse than that. Seriously.
Yeah, we'd have to hear about it for another 60 years.
66. How many years?
Yeah.
60.
54 we're at.
54 years, and they're still talking about it, honestly.
Robbo, what do you think of that?
What about England winning the World Cup again? I couldn't care less whether England won the World Cup again. The one thing that we can rest assured is that Scotland will never win it, and will probably never qualify it either.
Well, easy. We're gonna have like a 63-team World Cup eventually. Dude. Everybody's gonna be in it.
I believe Mr. Robson said Leicester City wouldn't win the Premier League either, so we might have a chance.
I never said anything of the sort, Stevie.
Yeah.
Provide the tape. You said they'd win it. Yeah, you said they'd win it.
I did. Right at the start of the season,
you were
Leicester
the one.
Favourites. Ranieri's going to be the king of the Premier League.
Fitting that
I remember it.
We get this question on a Thursday. Why is everyone on this show so dismissive of the Europa League? It's a grueling competition, and the list of winning teams is impressive. Shaka, why do you hate the Europa League?
I hate the early rounds of Europa League. I think the later rounds, when you get to see the better clubs and the better football, it becomes a very interesting competition. Just the early rounds, I think, is just filled with too many mediocre teams, and I'm being as kind as I possibly can. You see the bigger clubs just putting out their second and third string teams, and that gets tiring. You know, but the later rounds when it really starts to mean something, and those clubs sense that they maybe can go on and win it and get a berth into the Champions League, it gets very interesting. That I'll agree to.
Stevie, you were just saying off air that you love the Europa League, actually.
Yeah, I must have been another Stephen. No, listen, the truth is, it's the Consolation Cup, isn't it? So, it depends how you look on the Consolation Cup. If you're Jose Mourinho, he loves it. He puts it up there with every other tournament. But the truth is, it's a bit of a Consolation Cup. That's exactly what it is.
Shaka, you mentioned earlier how much you get along with everybody. How much did the English weather affect your sunny demeanor?
That was tough. I honestly, the English weather is hard because it's so grey. You know, I live in the US now. I live just outside Boston, and it gets a whole lot colder. But at least the sun is out, and that is a lot easier for me to deal with than just the kind of grey wetness of England. That's tough.
Plus, you were
I
living.
used to go back home for internationals. That was always good.
Did you get sick a lot? Did you get sick a lot from going from the cold back to the warm?
No, I'm a very tough character.
Yeah, I'll bet that's what it was. For Stevie, what is your opinion on players who play fullback and center back, since you once did those positions? Is it the mindset, or does it require certain abilities to be good in both positions?
Well, it's definitely a mindset. You know, when you move from one position to another, you have to have the mindset that it's another challenge. But you also, more than anything, at centre back, you have to be able to read the game. You know, your job should be putting fires out before they start, as opposed to making last-ditch tackles, slide tackles, challenges. You know, the best defenders are the ones that you never see, because they've already read the situation. They've already got themselves in a position where either the pass isn't going to be played because they're in a good spot, or you've got there early and you've intercepted it. So those are the key things, particularly at centre back.
Stevie, when you were the Pro Football Writers Player of the Year, it was as a center back, yeah?
It was, yeah. Yep.
Shaka, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is just. Shaka, how big is the pressure of playing as a keeper compared to the pressure of other positions? Of course, Shaka, you were a well-known forward at Howard University.
I also had that wonderful assist for West Ham against Spurs. I'd like to remind everybody about as well.
Are we going to talk about the skying assist?
My assist for Anton Ferdinand. Yes, that one, Sebastian. Everybody knows. Keeper is the highest pressure job in sports. In all of sports.
Wow.
Seb, let me just tell you that I played twice in goal for Arsenal, and it was so easy. I mean, you didn't break sweat. Oh, the hardest thing was kicking the ball out from the goal kicks with one of those heavy balls you were talking about, Stevie, last week when you said that the balls were so heavy in our day that you couldn't kick them. Well, that was certainly a problem when it was wet and muddy and you were taking goal kicks. But the actual goalkeeping, easy as anything.
Stevie?
We can use your feet and your hands. I mean, easy peasy. Take your pick. I don't fancy kicking this one. I'll just pick it up. I'll just pick it up.
Stevie's point in the previous question, that defenders are trying to put out fires when they start. Goalkeepers are the firemen. And when the defenders go and striking matches all over the place, the goalkeeper has to be there to put those fires out. Pressure.
All right. Now compared ourselves to real-life heroes, firemen. Right. Okay, got it.
Shaka used to put a towel and a big fire extinguisher in the back of his goal. When he'd walk out like that with the fire extinguisher over his shoulder.
Call me fireman.
Throw his drink in, throw his gloves in, and then throw the fire extinguisher in.
He also had one in the back of his Maserati. I saw it.
Yep. It's like a fog machine. That's how he would come out before the games. That's right. Shaka, right, the extinguisher, Hislop.
Fire's out.
All right, final question here for you, Robbo. Which show do you like more, ESPN FC or Gab and Jules?
Of course, when you're presenting, Seb, it has to be ESPN FC.
There we go.
Shaka's on and Stevie's on. It has to be that. It all depends who I'm working on the Gab and Jules show. It's always nicer to work with Jules because you get a word in. When you're working with Gab, you might as well not be. I shouldn't say that.
What show?
The Gab and Jules. Oh no, it's just the Gab and Gab show. Sorry.
The Gab show.
I've never heard
Gab
it.
and Jules show.
Never heard it. When's that on?
The Gab and Jules show. It's on soon.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll. But when it's Gab, Robbo, you don't get paid by the word, so you just kind of show up, look good.
Yeah, you show up, you listen to him, and it's great that the producer tells us what we're going to do, and then Gab just changes it completely and does what he wants to do. So it's It's a great show.
At least he doesn't cut people off like one sentence into their answer ever on that show. That's a good thing.
No, you're right. Aye, come on, can we go? I've got to drive to Boston.
No, I got to cut you off there, Stevie.
Cutting
Stevie's got a
people
long
off.
ride, so we got to let him go. All right, that's it for Stevie, Shaka, Robbo. We'll be back with plenty more ESPN FC tomorrow. A look ahead towards all the weekend action. Don't miss it.